we're headed in for the night. And now we're headed over to Highborn Key. Michael, is that it over there?
Yeah.
And we're gonna fuel up, and then we actually had a recommendation. We met this lady that was on a motor yacht at Atlantis, and she said we really have to check out Wardrick Wells. So that's on our way to Big Major K to feed the pigs. So that is where we're hopefully headed after we get fuel, is to Wardrick Wells. We're headed in to get fuel here at Highborn Key, and it's been quite a fiasco. We've actually been here for 2.5 hours waiting to get in to get fuel. They told us to stand by, waited an hour, they said they still weren't ready, so then we waited over an hour and then asked again, so they might have forgotten about us. It's just ridiculous. But here it is, going into the cut. So we made it to Shroud Key, which is just at the northern tip of the Land and Sea Park in the Exumas. And we're just going to find a place to anchor out here tonight. We anchored out over there at Shroud Key, and we're dinging into the beach here. That way we can let Lucy run a little bit and let the kids get their feet wet. Came to love a dish called ceviche, which is basically fish that's been marinated, fish or shrimp that's been marinated in lime juice and added fresh vegetables. And so I've really been craving ceviche since we've been gone. So when we were in Nassau, I went ahead, Super Value had a lot of fresh produce. So I got the shrimp, avocados, red onions, tomato, limes and lemon to make my ceviche. So super excited today. Michael and I are gonna enjoy some ceviche here with some crackers. super easy to make. You know, I just cooked the shrimp and then marinated it in the lemon and lime juice overnight. Chopped up the vegetables and added it to it this morning, and chopped up the shrimp a little bit. Super easy to make, and decided to try my ceviche. And by the way, we're leaving Shrouds Cay, headed to Wardrick Wells, which is just a couple hours. Right now we're kind of on the terms of just doing short little trips and not, you know, traveling the whole day, and that way we have time to be somewhere, explore it a little bit, and then we want to hit probably Big Major Cay tomorrow, and then hopefully Georgetown after that. So we just made it to Wardrick Wells at the Land and Sea Park, and there is where we're going to be mooring. Michael's trying to call them on the radio right now. Don't pull her, Max. Yeah. Good job, Brooklyn.
I got water in my nose.
So here we are, leaving Wardrick Wells Key. Successfully untied from our mooring. This was easy. And we did a little snorkeling this morning right by our boat, which was a little tricky with the current that we had. But overall, just a beautiful day. We would spend more time here, but we wanted to make it to Big Major Cay and see the pigs before it gets dark. So here we go. So Michael says this is Little Major, and then Staniel Cay to the left. Staniel Cay over there. Gosh, that's beautiful. And Big Major in front of us. at Big Major K here with all these other boats. And Michael has been taking Max with him to free dive and check the anchor, make sure it's set, especially since we're right next to all these other boats. Wow! A giant sea star! That's so cool! morning, leaving Big Major Key. You can see the sun rising over that hill over there. And we're just leaving this cute little anchorage with all these boats. It was really quiet here yesterday. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We are just, leaving at first light. We want to try to make it as close to Georgetown as we can today. There's going to be some more intense seas tomorrow. And so that's what it looks like. We got to make it back through that little cut up there. And the tide isn't the highest right now, so Michael's kind of nervous about the depths here. So yeah, yesterday was a good day. We got here and went and saw the pigs, and then we came back, got our snorkeling stuff on, went and saw a cave, and then just snorkeled around by the rocks. And man, there was some really cool stuff in the water yesterday. We saw a crab, all kinds of different little fish, saw a little stingray. Unfortunately, my underwater camera died, so I didn't get to capture the stingray, but it was really cool. Our anchor set, or held last night. So yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of trouble in the past with our anchor not holding, like at Great Harbor Key and Nassau. And I think a couple of things that I've realized to do differently is, one, to make sure that we're in sand, because before I was just kind of dropping it when Michael said, instead of looking for the sand. And the second thing is, I don't drop all the chain that I'm going to drop at one time. I watch it go down and hit the bottom, and then I might pause and let it drift back, before extending too much more. Kind of lower the chain as the boat's drifting back, instead of piling all down at once. And since doing those two things differently, we haven't really had trouble anchoring, so fortunate for that.
Hold on, fine.
Okay. Pretty intense current right here. What is it saying your depth is?
We're going to 10 feet right now.
Okay. Here's Max. Good morning, Max. So Max is getting really good at snorkeling. He doesn't even have to wear his life jacket, and he just goes and does his free dive and pops up, and it's just a great little swimmer. Brooklyn is getting the hang of snorkeling. She is kind of scared in the water and doesn't want to put her face in. And yesterday I was able to get her to, with her mask and snorkel on, put her face in the water, and then she actually did pretty well and was able to be a little more independent. So we're still working with her, but they just think it's awesome to see the things in the water and get to explore all this cool stuff. So we just extended out our jib sail, trying to make good time, make it to Georgetown today before it gets dark. And so we're estimated to be there about 3:30. I think we're going about 6 knots right now. And it is just beautiful day out. A little bit of waves, but really not bad. Not bad at all.